Karen owned a castle in Scotland.
Range Wilson. Fitness, comedy, life.
It was late one Sunday night when I found myself skinny dipping in the pool of a very attractive and very rich woman named Karen. After a family barbecue, we were the last two left at her Santa Monica luxury house. When she went inside for a few minutes, I had taken the chance to strip off my clothes and jump into her pool. After she came back outside, I invited her to do the same thing, and she just froze up completely. Karen was a mother of two, and she had already told me that she felt torn between being a responsible mother and a rich party girl. Now that choice was right in front of her. She had promised her niece Andrea that she would behave herself that night. But Karen's kids were with their father, and there was an attractive naked man in her pool inviting her to join him. Karen simply could not decide what to do. I did not want to put too much pressure on her, and anyway, I was having a great time just swimming around. Finally, I decided I had to do something. I reminded her of my promise not to have sex with her that evening and told her I would be leaving soon no matter what. I could either leave right now or I could leave after she took a swim with me. Finally, Karen made a decision. She took off all her clothes and jumped in the pool with me. I will not go into the details of what happened next. We did not have sex, but we did have a whole lot of fun. But I wanted to make sure to keep my promise. Before too much time had passed, I got myself out of the pool, went inside, and got dressed. But Karen stayed naked the whole time, which I thought was both very trusting and very sexy. We continued to laugh and talk as she pranced around without a care in the world. On my way out, she walked me to her front door, where she finally wrapped a towel around her hips. But then she stepped outside topless, in full view of any neighbors or passers-by. And she stayed topless until I had gotten into my car, started up my engine, and pulled away. As she gave me a final wave, I thought to myself, this is a woman I could really learn to like. Karen and I spoke on the phone the next day, and we both agreed that it had been a wonderful evening. We made plans to get back together for dinner on Wednesday. In the meantime, Allison had gotten back to me and wanted to have dinner as well. So I joined her at Shy of Venice, which is still going strong today. It was a pleasant enough meal, but Allison's charms paled in comparison to Karen's. The next evening, Karen and I got together at an upscale restaurant in Westwood Village. That's when I found out that Karen owned a castle in Scotland. Even better, she wanted to buy a print of my Bryce Canyon Hoodoos photo to display in the entryway. So among the many other perks of any relationship with Karen, I could also call myself an internationally known photographer. But that relationship was far from certain. Karen assured me that her previous boyfriend Nick was now out of the picture, but the real issue was the vast difference in our personal situations. Before investing any more time and energy in getting to know Karen better, I wanted to get a sense of what a committed relationship with her would actually be like. To her credit, Karen discussed my concerns openly and honestly as we finished up dinner. Afterwards, we took a stroll through the streets of Westwood under the light of a full moon. We ended up finding a dark alley and making out for a good hour. No matter what ended up with our relationship, I clearly had a knack for bringing out Karen's party girl side. The next day, I chatted with Karen, who asked me to plan a romantic weekend getaway. Things were happening fast, but were they happening too fast? Tune in next time to find out what happened when 3 20-something young ladies entered the picture. Until then, like, comment, share, and/or subscribe. My name is Range Wilson, and I'll see you next time.